Katie, we're off and running on another volleyball season with the Whitworth Pirates. Already hosted your own tournament this past weekend, but before we talk about that, let's talk about training camp and several new players coming in and learning how everybody fits together and cohesion. Talk about that and how things went.
Yeah. It was, a little bit of some unknowns for us because we were bringing in so many freshmen. We have 6 incoming freshmen and then 1 new addition as a sophomore. So 7 new athletes. And so I kind of knew that there was going to just be a lot of teaching and just intentional moments where we get to share, kind of our culture and what we're about. And really, it all went so well. I felt like our freshmen adapted very quickly. They immersed themselves immediately into just our culture and created those relationships and friendships right away. And I feel like our team got along so well, just similar personalities, which was fun to see. And then it was also exciting to see their skill set and their talent and what they would bring to our team and how they would make us better. And I think from the very beginning, I was pleasantly surprised. I think they, my expectations are always high for my freshmen, but you just never know how they're going to adapt to the pace of the game and, just being away from home and all the other distractions. And they did so well. So I was really excited to see how our team would do this weekend.
Well, talk about how you build that cohesion while at the same time foster competition because there were open spots in the starting lineup, open spots in the playing rotation, and you want everybody to feel like they have that opportunity.
Right.
Those things can sometimes not always mesh well together. How are you able to do that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's just kind of through my communication from the very beginning. We always say that we are going to put the best players on the court, and as a returner, there's no guarantee that's going to be you, even if you were there last year. And I always encourage my freshmen just because you're younger doesn't mean, you still don't have an opportunity because you do. If you are the right person for that group, then you can earn that. And so I think immediately I felt like our freshmen stepped into that role and they were working hard in practice and competing and pushing our returners. And then on the other side, I felt like our returners knew that, our freshmen could come in and potentially, win time on the court. And so they were eager to play and work and be their very best. And so what I felt like that created, which is just a perfect scenario of just really competitive practices.
So this weekend we got to host a tournament and we got a couple of wins over Texas Lutheran and Carleton, and then a hard-fought 5-set loss against an NAIA team that not only is still undefeated, but playing its second weekend.
Right.
What do you take away from our play this weekend?
A lot of positive things. I was very pleased with just our dynamic, our presence, our confidence out there on the court. I mean, I knew to expect kind of some up and down moments and maybe not just this consistent, overwhelming level of play because that's unrealistic at this point in the season, especially with some new players out there. So I knew we'd kind of have to adjust and work through those struggles, but I felt like we did so well. A couple of key things. I felt like our serve receive is pretty strong. I felt like for the most part we were passing well, able to stay in system and keep our offense going, which is a great strength to have. I felt like defensively we were very scrappy and able to kind of withstand and compete in some longer rallies. And then aside from that very first match, I felt like our serving was pretty aggressive, and I felt like we were able to be consistent and try to get some aces here and there and take other teams out of system. So also pleased with kind of some highlights of our offense in terms of players and their ability to, just their physicality and their ability to put the ball away. I thought Blessed was so solid for us, and then Lauren had some good moments, and Lindsay had some good moments, and then, and then our freshmen had some great plays as well.
For a lot of teams, some of the biggest growth happens between the first weekend and the second weekend. Heading into the tournament this weekend in California, what is it that in what ways do you hope to see us grow the most?
I would say continuing to work on our blocking. I think, the past few years that has been a very strong skill set for us, and we've had a lot of experienced front row players, especially on the pins, and our pins are the ones to always set the block. And so I think just working through some of those, new people in those positions, and really trying to dial in consistency and where our block is lining up and our timing, just to help slow some balls down and help our defense a little bit. And then just continuing to work through just small little things, defensively, off blocker stuff, communication between the front row and back row, and then just our hitters, trying to find consistency in when do you go for that kind of highlight type kill, and when do you just find a way to get the ball in, developing a deeper tool set where, a kill is a kill no matter how it looks. So finding a way to either tool the block or roll shot, just becoming more adaptable in situations.